Lesson 151. Beyond, wild, fantastic, expectation. If you faced south and could look at the horizon from where you're sitting now, which village, town, city or country would be just beyond the horizon?
If I faced south and could look at the horizon from where I'm sitting now, Brighton would be just beyond the horizon.
Has anything ever happened to you which has been beyond your wildest dreams, that is, beyond your most fantastic expectations?
Yes, something has happened to me which has been beyond my wildest dreams, that is, beyond my most fantastic expectations.
What?
Seeing the birth of my son.
Who would you say was beyond doubt the greatest person alive today?
I'd say that the Dalai Lama was beyond doubt the greatest person alive today.
Coarse. What do we mean by coarse cloth?
By coarse cloth, we mean cloth that feels rough.
What do we mean by a coarse person?
By a coarse person, we mean somebody who has poor manners and behaves in a way that might offend some people.
Approach. When you're on a train, how can you tell when it's approaching a station?
When you're on a train, you can tell when it's approaching a station because the train begins to slow down.
Firm. Mattress. Can the quality of a person's sleep be affected by how firm the mattress on their bed is?
Yes, the quality of a person's sleep can be affected by how firm the mattress on their bed is.
Do you have a firm idea of what you want to do in life?
No, I don't have a firm idea of what I want to do in life.
Which is the biggest firm in your hometown?
The biggest firm in my hometown is Coca-Cola.
Smart. Do you think you need to be smart to run a successful business?
Yes, I think you need to be smart to run a successful business.
Do some restaurants only allow people to enter if they're wearing smart clothes?
Yes, some restaurants only allow people to enter if they're wearing smart clothes.
Rot. Rotten. Where does meat rot more quickly? In the heat or in the cold?
Meat rots more quickly in the heat.
Do rotten vegetables smell horrible?
Yes, rotten vegetables smell horrible.
Sheet. Blanket. Do you prefer to sleep under a sheet and blanket, or do you prefer to use a duvet?
I prefer to sleep under a sheet and blanket.
Which is normally thinner, a sheet of paper or a sheet of steel?
A sheet of paper is normally thinner than a sheet of steel.
Ray. At what time of day are the rays of the sun at their hottest at this time of year?
The rays of the sun are at their hottest at midday at this time of year.
Fever. If a friend of yours had a fever, what would you advise them to do?
If a friend of mine had a fever, I'd advise them to take some medicine and lie down, or go to the doctors.
Ski. Is it possible to go skiing in your country?
Yes, it's possible to go skiing in my country.
Sauce. What's your favourite sauce?
My favourite sauce is chili sauce.
Veil. Do women wear veils when they get married in your country?
No, women don't wear veils when they get married in my country.
Give in. Mug. Would you give in without a fight if a thief tried to mug you on the street?
No, I wouldn't give in without a fight if a thief tried to mug me on the street.
Why not?
Because I work hard for my money.
Stretch. What's the basic meaning of the word stretch?
The basic meaning of the word stretch is extend.
Do you stretch when you get out of bed in the morning?
Yes, I stretch when I get out of bed in the morning.
If someone borrowed a pullover of yours that was too small for them and they stretched it, would you be annoyed?
Yes, if someone borrowed a pullover of mine that was too small for them and they stretched it, I'd be annoyed.
How far does the road outside this building stretch?
The road outside this building stretches as far as Marble Arch.
Earnest. What do we mean by an earnest person?
By an earnest person, we mean someone who's serious and sincere.
Run short of. What do you do when you run short of money?
When I run short of money, I get a loan from the bank.
Altogether. Taking things all together, do you think this town is a good place to live?
Yes, taking things all together, I think this town is a good place to live.
Can you think of a film that you've seen that was altogether terrible?
No, I can't think of a film that I've seen that was altogether terrible.
Model. Representation. What do we mean by a model aeroplane?
By a model aeroplane, we mean a small representation of a real aeroplane.
Do top fashion models earn a lot of money?
Yes, top fashion models earn a lot of money.
How often do car companies change their models?
Car companies change their models about once every 3 years.
Were you a model student when you were at school?
Yes, I was a model student when I was at school.
In time. On time. Show. What's the difference between in time and on time?
The difference between in time and on time is that in time means before it's too late, whereas on time means at the correct or arranged time.
Give me an example of the difference, please.
Unfortunately, I didn't arrive on time for the start of the concert, but I did get there in time to hear my favourite song.
Confidence. Secret. Keep a secret. Self-confidence. In confidence. In secret. Is there anyone you can think of in whom you have such confidence that you could trust them to keep your greatest secrets?
Yes, there's someone I can think of in whom I have such confidence that I could trust them to keep my greatest secrets.
What do we mean when we say that someone is full of self-confidence?
When we say that someone is full of self-confidence, we mean that they are sure of themselves and their abilities.
How would you feel if you spoke to somebody in confidence about something, but they then told other people what you had discussed?
If I spoke to somebody in confidence about something, but they then told other people what we had discussed, I'd feel disappointed.
Would you be happy if your friends organised a birthday party for you in secret?
Yes, I'd be happy if my friends organised a birthday party for me in secret.
Drag. Figurative. Mean to say. What does the word drag mean?
The word drag means to pull something heavy along the ground, often with some difficulty.
Give me an example of the word drag used figuratively, please.
You mean to say you dragged me all this way just to show me that?
What would I mean if I said, the film was quite good, but it dragged a bit in the middle?
If you said the film was quite good, but it dragged a bit in the middle, you'd mean that it was a bit slow and boring in the middle.